That's fire in under 3 seconds. And when you're camping, fire isn't just convenience, it's warmth, food, and a backup plan. Today I'm making pull tab fire starters that are simple, reliable, impervious to water, and always ready. Cosby Fish asked me about these a while back, so here we go. I'm starting with 6 matches, nothing special, just standard strike anywhere matches. 6 gives me a little redundancy without overcomplicating things. Next, I'm cutting off the striker strip to use as the ignition source. And since these are so small, I'm going to cut them in half. I'm going to add some duct tape to the back of the striker strip. This will make it a bit thicker so it has less chance to rip. If you're following along at home, I'd actually add 2 pieces of duct tape here, as I have had these break away in the past. Then just cut the excess to match. Alright gang, and now for the pull tab. You just want to take a piece of bank line, or if you're using string that's fine, but I wanted something a little bit thicker, something that's not going to come loose. So I'm using my tarred bank line, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to get 2 pieces of rope, or string in this matter, connected to each other. And all you're going to do is, there's about 1 million ways to do it, but this way is probably the fastest. You're going to put both of them together like this, and then just tie an overhand knot. Put it through there. Did I get both of them? You do got to make sure that both of them are through. And then once you pull that tight, that thing's not going anywhere. Use your teeth if you want to, but get that thing tight. Get that thing tight, and that knot is not going anywhere. Alright, now just trim the edges. So you've got a nice neat little circle there, and just kind of burn it to clean it up a bit. Now we're going to slip that through the striker. We've got our igniter. We want to position this just below the match heads. Like so. Then put the other side on, and then we're going to tape it down. We're going to put some painter's tape really just to hold it in place at this point, and I'll show you why here in just a second. The tape isn't the only thing needed to hold this in place, as it won't have enough tension to make the striker work. While that one worked with me holding it close to the top, this is what happens when you don't have enough tension on it. And we'll fix that in just a minute. But for now, let's get to the part that's going to make this thing stay lit for a while. Get yourself a couple cleansing cloths. Now I only used 1 on these because these are a bit smaller, but I'm looking to use more in the future. And I'm cutting them in half just to really be the same size as my matches. And now we just roll these up. Oh wait. These wouldn't be beast mode if we didn't add a little something special to spice things up. These are magnesium filings. Yeah, I know, I could have gotten them off the block, but that would have taken me forever. And I'm just going to pummel them down so they ignite a bit easier. And let's take them outside to see what difference it makes. And while it may burn out a little quicker, it's definitely going to be a lot hotter. So let's smear it in, then roll it up. Next up is taking our tarred bank line and wrapping it really tight around the top here. You can loosen it up as you go down, but it really needs to be tight up at the top. The good thing about this tarred bank line is once it's lit, it wants to stay that way, adding to the longevity of these. Now that we've wrapped them up, it's time to make them long-lasting and waterproof by submerging them in some wax. So for that, I'm just going to take a few candles and chop them up so they'll melt faster. Oh, and if you want a good laugh, make sure you stick around for the outtakes. That can didn't always used to look burnt up like that. And since we're doing this with a candle, it's going to take us a little bit of time, so with the magic of editing, here we go. And we're just going to submerge these in here, getting it all around, including the tips. And these cleansing pads will soak up a lot more than you think. And voila, the finished product. Nice, small, compact, waterproof, and ready to start a fire. And since we've got these, let's go grab our stuff and see how well they work. It's pretty cold and wet, so I'm grabbing some of this tinder just to get the fire going. Now, as you can see, not all the matches lit at once. That's because of the wax that's on there. So it's kind of a toss-up if you want it waterproof or a big ignition. But that's going to be improved in a future version. So stay tuned for that video. Now that thing's probably gonna go for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll light up another one and set it on a block just to test. Now the timer at the bottom started out with 30 seconds. That's because I'm an idiot and forgot to start the camera when I lit this up. And I will say that I probably should have just walked away because I got bored of watching it after about 7 minutes. It probably could have gone another 3. If you like this type of content, make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we have hundreds of videos just like this. If you want to see our newest adventures, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss another video. As for the outtakes, I've used these fuel tablets plenty of times in the past without an issue. However, let's see what happens this time. That's why I always say be safe, keep your fires outside and confined. Now, I don't know if burning this inside or what, but all of a sudden the can started burning and I hadn't noticed that in the past. Not only did the can start burning, but here's what happened next. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the lining of that can's made out of, but I'm sure it's not great to inhale. I'm just guessing that little tab was hotter than normal. Oh.